Good evening. Chances are you know someone with the flu, or maybe you've even had it yourself.
Authorities at the Centers for Disease Control say the flu is now widespread in Wisconsin. Fox 6's Jeremy Ross talked with the doctor today. He's live on Milwaukee's east side. Jeremy?
And many of those concerns sending several to pharmacies like the one that I'm standing in front of right now to get those flu shots. We are told by people inside the business behind me they have an ample supply of those immunizations. Elsewhere, it may not be the case. If the frost in the air doesn't hit you,
I view it as an inevitable part of winter.
the sound of the ice will bring a chill.
Different chills.
But not the kind skaters prefer.
Aches, chills, and general misery.
Those flu symptoms have become all too familiar to Matt Wooten and his family.
It took me down for 5 days around Thanksgiving, then it took the whole family out around Christmas, and I think we're experiencing a small relapse.
I'd say it's pretty much in line with what we'd expect with a typical flu season.
Dr. Matthew Gray works in the emergency room at Children's Hospital. He says we're in the heart of flu season. That's a period normally beginning January through March, but this year there's been an early onset of the virus, though Dr. Gray says the number of cases have leveled off.
I'd say over the course of the last 2 weeks, the number of flu patients we've been seeing has been pretty steady.
That could be due in part to those taking advantage of flu shots. Walgreens says due to increased demand for immunizations, select locations may be experiencing shortages, though they're distributing vaccine to stores that may need more.
People are taking the advice.
Dr. Gray says that's a sign people are limiting their risk, listening to their doctor, getting the shot. For those who put it off, he adds,
It's not too late. The good thing is that this year the flu vaccine is actually pretty well matched to the strains that we're seeing in the community.
We wash hands and we don't share utensils and food with family members.
Wooten prefers to fight the flu by limiting his family's exposure, hoping to keep any chills on the rink rather than in the doctor's office.
It's just part of living here in Milwaukee, I guess.
Now, while it's extremely difficult to predict how bad the flu season will be, the doctor we spoke with says that if the trend holds to years past, it's very possible that the worst could be behind us. Of course, it is very early to tell that. Once again, he stresses the best way to prevent the spread of the virus to make sure that you wash your hands. And of course, if you feel flu-like symptoms, make sure to stay home. Don't be afraid to take that sick day. We're live in Milwaukee's east side. Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.
Jeremy, still you hear a lot of people talking about the stigma. I'll get sick if I get the flu shot. I'll feel bad afterwards. Did you talk a little bit about that, dispelling the myth that it's not a bad thing
To stay home?
to get the flu shot?
Oh, absolutely. All the physicians that we spoke with, certainly the emergency room doctor says it's certainly one barrier to preventing, I guess, the possibility of contracting the virus. It is not 100% effective, but it helps certainly eliminate the possibility, or at least provides an additional barrier, and that, the doctor tells us, is never a bad thing.
All right, great. You perked up when I said stay home, not you. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. For the latest on the flu outbreak, watch Fox 6 Wake Up News tomorrow. We start at 4:30.
Sleet and snow overnight made for some slick sidewalks this morning, and also that big drop in the mercury also affecting everybody. Vince Candela is here with more on the weather. Vince?
Well, Mike, you said it. That's